Let's begin this exciting tour of the best stops in recent football history. Let's start with the Danish Mats Hermanse. First, he stopped a penalty, then he made an amazing save on a shot, and in 1 second, he saved his team again. A double save is already rare, but here we saw a triple save as well in the last 10 minutes of the second half. Just look at how his teammates thanked the 22-year-old goalkeeper. This is real football, goalkeeping in all its glory. Ian Sommer. You can remember two incredible saves from the Swiss in the match against Manchester City. First, he saved the team from a shot from Ruben. On a second occasion, he made a great save at the end of the game after a header from Rodri. But I would like to highlight another important save by Sommer that took place in the second leg against PSG. In that episode, Sergio Ramos could have changed the course of the entire confrontation. But Sommer showed miraculous reactions and extended his left hand to deflect the goal for a corner. If Sergio had noticed in that situation, everything could have changed because the added score would have been 2-1. The game ended 30 minutes later. Let's move on to something amazing. We took them to England for the cup match between Manchester United and Fulham. After a free kick, Alexander Mitrovic was about to see the ball in the net, but David De Gea prevented it. And by some miracle, he managed to get it out in the last second. If David hadn't saved the team in that situation, who knows? Maybe Manchester United would not have recovered and they would have been eliminated from FA. The goalkeeper reacted quickly to the first shot, even though he was on the grass at the time. Then he instantly stood up and defended his goal almost on the line, resulting in a magnificent double save that not only kept the goal unbeaten, but also allowed Inter to advance to the quarter-finals of the Champions League with a minimal advantage of 1 goal on global scorer tally. During the Indian Championship, the miracles of reaction of the goalkeeper stood out, who took the ball that flew towards the bottom corner of the goal, a considerable challenge for any goalkeeper. The fantastic save occurred in the 90th minute of the match, allowing his team to maintain a goalless draw. In the recent clash between Liverpool and Real Madrid, everyone remembers that in the first game, there were few goals, with the goalies failing to have 7 shots. However, in the return match at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, there were numerous saves, highlighting the one made in the 14th minute. After a corner, the ball reached Rudiger, who headed towards Vinicius. At that moment, goalkeeper Alisson miraculously managed to get his hands out and deflect the ball, who finally hit the Brazilian's shoulder instead of going into the net. Alisson may have had some luck, but his early intervention at least gave Liverpool a chance to come back. An excellent save from Courtois can also be mentioned in that match, who reacted brilliantly after a curved shot. The next outstanding intervention takes us back to the FA Cup, where Berlin goalkeeper Neil Edrick first saved his goal after a powerful shot from the Forest player. Then, without even standing up, he pushed the grass and saved his team again, extending his hand and preventing opponents from scoring from almost half a meter from the goal. Surprisingly, he managed to keep the ball in play, demonstrating incredible ability at 33 years old. Until now, not only Andrea Onana has shown impressive skills. Porto goalkeeper Diego Costa, after a shot from Alexandre Bastu, changed the position of his hands at the speed of lightning and saved his team from a safe goal, leaving Bastu himself in a state of shock, clutching his head. This season, Barcelona in the league has barely scored goals, and in addition to the great performance of the defenders, Marc-André ter Stegen plays a crucial role. Perhaps his best match was in the Spanish Super Cup against Betis. In the 31st minute, he made a great save after a header, and at the end of the first half, he saved the team again with a spectacular save. In the penalty shootout, he also made 2 more saves. Proving to be an exceptional goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma against Marseille also showed his ability. The Italian goalkeeper cleared the ball with his last strength. Thibaut Courtois also stood out in this year's Spanish Super Cup, deflecting the ball to the post after a Lewandowski shot, and shortly after making a beautiful save from a Ousmane Dembélé shot. In the match against the Republic of Ireland, France's new starting goalkeeper, Mike Maignan, performed 2 miracles in the space of a few minutes. First, he saved a goal from a corner, and then showed impressive security by deflecting the ball that was about to fly into the net, all with a spectacular jump that took the ball to a corner. The goalkeeper reacted quickly to the first shot despite being on the grass. Then he instantly stood up and defended his goal almost on the line, resulting in a magnificent double save that not only kept the goal unbeaten, but also allowed the French team to win the game with a minimum score of 1-0. Empoli Guillermo Vicario also surprised the fans with a triple save. First, he stopped a relatively simple Paulo Dybala shot. But the really impressive thing was when in the last second, he deflected the ball with his hand and then, incredibly, managed to get it out with his foot, preventing Abraham from scoring in an empty net escape. This footwork was really impressive, something not all goalkeepers can do well. Another magnificent save occurred in a Europa League match against Barcelona. De Gea once again demonstrated his excellent reaction ability by removing the ball almost from the first 9 of his own goal. In the recent match between Salernitana and Inter, the undisputed protagonist was Guilherme Macho, who made an inhuman save in the 32nd minute after a shot from Lukaku. He also made another incredible save. 45 minutes later, another great save in the 63rd, and a fantastic intervention in the 84th minute. However, the most spectacular occurred in the 64th minute, when after a shot from Lukaku, Macho jumped like a cat and deflected the ball right on the goalkeeper's line. It was party madness. In another incredible match, Guilherme made an impressive save directly from Mexico in the center of the field, for example. He was able to save his team at a crucial moment. Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga also showed his skill by stopping a shot from Royce, preventing Marco from scoring a great free-kick goal. The funniest thing was that, after the match, Kepa was asked what he thought about that cut, and he simply responded humbly. Basically, Kepa described the emotions of every goalkeeper in the world in a similar situation. We will talk about Aaron Ramsdale's supercuts in the match against Liverpool. In the 56th minute, the Englishman saved a goal after a shot from Mohamed Salah with a spectacular jump in the 81st minute, prevented Darwin Núñez from scoring by intercepting the ball in a hand-to-hand. The best save came in the 95th minute, when after a punch from Salah and a rebound on the leg of a teammate Ramsdale. At the last moment I raised my hand a little more and avoided defeat. And that's not all. In the 96th minute, he made another heroic intervention to prevent Liverpool from tying the match. Manuel Neuer managed to forge a notable career at Arsenal in London, with the exception of one episode with Watford. His exploits are remembered by fans all over the world. In the final minutes of the second leg of the Championship playoffs against Leicester, Neuer faced a penalty in his own goal. With the score tied in both games, a goal would have taken Leicester to the final. The penalty was taken by Antonio, who shot into the center. Neuer jumped to his left, and in the jump he touched the ball with his feet. Immediately afterwards, Neuer was also in charge of the rebound. A Watford defender cleared from point-blank range, starting his team's counterattack. Moments later, the ball arrived in the Leicester penalty area, and after a cross from the right side, striker Troy Deeney hit the ball and secured a dramatic victory. All this would not have been possible without Almunia's crucial saves. Watching the final of the last championship between Argentina and France, it turned out to be one of the most dramatic events in the history of football. At the end of extra time, when the clock ticked 123 minutes, France had a golden opportunity to win after a long pass from central defender Ibrahima Konate. The Argentine defense was overcome, and the ball reached the commune of Randa, putting the attacker face to face with the goalkeeper. However, Emiliano Martinez, with a miraculous reflex, he landed a decisive punch to save his team. If Argentina had not reached this one, no, they would have been able to play in the penalty shootout, where Martinez once again stood out after saving a shot from Coman, also disoriented by Tchouaméni. Argentina missed the goal, but celebrated its third victory in the history of the World Cup. With Martinez playing a crucial role, Kylian Mbappé in the area made a pass that was almost like an assist to the goalkeeper. Manchester City became the undisputed favorite in the last Champions League final, facing Inter Milan. Instead of the expected easy victory, City had a very close fight thanks to Inter's actions. City didn't look like their best for much of the game. In the second half, City managed to open the scoring with difficulty, but were at risk of losing the lead in the last minute. In stoppage time, Inter got a corner, their last chance to force extra time. Goalkeeper Andrew Nana stepped up, but the center's recipient was defenseman Robin Gosens. After his header, City goalkeeper Edison saved his team with a spectacular jump, preventing their rival from equalizing. A couple of seconds later, the referee blew the final whistle, marking the first time in history that Manchester City won the Champions League in the final of the 2005 Champions League in Milan. Milan surprisingly squandered a 3-goal lead over Liverpool after the first half. In the final minutes of extra time, at 117 minutes, striker Andriy Shevchenko had the perfect opportunity to correct his team's mistakes and secure victory. After a cross from the left side, the ball reached the Ukrainian, who shot at goal. The ball bounced off the turf, but Liverpool jersey goalkeeper Dudek managed to stop the shot. However, the ball came back to Shevchenko, who was ready to secure the goal. But Dudek miraculously bent and extended his hands to deflect the ball for a corner. Once again, the fate of the match escaped Milan's hands and had to be decided in a penalty shootout. After the penalty shootout, Shevchenko again faced a duel with Dudek. At that moment, Andriy already knew that a mistake would mean the final defeat of Milan. Unfortunately, the Ukrainian could not manage his nerves, and Dudek easily saved his shot, securing victory for his team. A Premier League match against Sunderland in the 2016-2017 season was one of the best for Thibaut Courtois at Chelsea. At the end of the game, the Belgian team was winning 1-0 by the minimum, but it was still too early to celebrate, since the Black Cats had a free kick, their last chance to tie. After the free kick, the ball bounced towards Sunderland defender Patrick Van Aanholt, who avoided an opponent, and with the second touch, fired powerfully at goal. Black Cats fans were already celebrating the goal. But Courtois did something incredible and deflected the shot with an amazing leap. This moment showed that Courtois knows how to defend his save in the last moment of the match. He also showcased his talent when he saved Belgium's goal in the World Cup quarterfinals against Brazil. With stoppage time, Belgium won 2-1, but Brazil tied the score with a direct dribble to the squad. Courtois, thanks to his height, managed to deflect the goal. Belgium maintained the victory and advanced to the semi-finals, although many considered the Red Devils as outsiders. Before the match against Brazil, Courtois proved his worth on his Manchester United debut. David De Gea impressed fans with his skills under the sticks. One of the most spectacular episodes occurred in an away match against London's Chelsea. During the match, the Red Devils managed to come back and draw. After losing 0-3 in the last minutes, Chelsea had the opportunity to take the 3 points with a free kick. Midfielder Juan Mata fired the shot into the top corner. But De Gea, with a superhero leap, deflected the ball, helping his team secure a point and offering one of the most memorable stops in Premier League history. Oh, bravo! This salvation came at the right time. It was an incredible blow. Look at the ball. It flew right towards the same part of the goal where spiders usually live playing for Porto. The legendary Iker Casillas helped his team enormously in a crucial championship match against Sporting Lisbon. In the last added minute of the second half, Porto's rival had a clear opportunity. The corner kick was sent into the center of the area, where central defender Sebastian Coe headed accurately. Surprisingly, the shot did not end in a goal because, stretching like a rope, he managed to deflect the ball at the last moment. Thanks to this heroic leap, Porto took the 3 points, demonstrating that they could still surprise even after leaving Real Madrid. During the 2016-2017 season, Milan goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma was fundamental for his team. In a home game, with a score of 3.2 in favor of Milan, the Rossoneri faced a penalty taken by striker Andrea Bellotti, who finished that season as the top scorer in the Serie A. Donnarumma, aware of the challenge, did not let himself be intimidated. He guessed the direction of the shot, jumped to the left corner, and prevented Bellotti from scoring. Donnarumma's companions, delighted, ran to thank him. Without his intervention, Milan would hardly have achieved those 3 crucial points in that match. An away game against Liverpool in the last Premier League season was crucial for London Arsenal. At that time, the team was fighting for the championship. Mikel Arteta was leading the Gunners with a 2-goal lead, but Liverpool came back in the 87th minute and soon tied 2-2. After that, Liverpool had an excellent opportunity to complete an even more effective comeback. Mohamed Salah, on his right flank, made a characteristic shot towards the far corner. To many it seemed that, after the defender's rebound, the ball was flying towards the goal, but Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale made an incredible leap and deflected the ball for a corner. This danger for the Gunners did not pass, but a little later, after a cross in the area, Liverpool striker Darwin Núñez made a pass to defender Ibrahima Konaté, who fired at the Arsenal goal from point-blank range. The stands were ready to scream in ecstasy. But Ramsdale again made an incredible save and deflected a ball that seemed unstoppable. With great effort, Arsenal managed to take a point from Anfield, although at the end of the season, the Gunners did not win the Premier League. This performance by Ramsdale will long be remembered by fans. In the 2014-2015 season, Bayern barely managed to take 3 points from Borussia Dortmund in an away match in the Bundesliga. At the end of the game, Munich was winning by the slightest and was almost certain of victory. But 7 minutes from the end, the Bumblebees were very close to equalizing. Borussia obtained the right to take a free kick that was executed by team captain Marco Reus. The German fired a very precise shot into the nearby corner. But Manuel Neuer showed his skills with a spectacular save, helping his team retain the victory. We've seen some of the most impressive stops in football history, moments that will be engraved in the memory of all fans. I hope you enjoyed this trip full of adrenaline and emotion as much as I enjoyed doing it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell to receive notifications of our next videos.